All right, again, my name is Sam Orr, CEO and founder of One Voice Worldwide, and I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to this training call. This particular call is designed for new people, those of you who are new into the business, those of you who are ambassadors for the One Voice Worldwide brand. Let me just share with you just quickly what does that mean to be an ambassador for One Voice. First of all, we're a customer acquisition company. We're a marketing company. People already understand that. Those of you who are on this call, you're probably already in the business, as this is a training. So you understand what we do in terms of offering products and services and things of that nature. But what we also do, we call ourselves ambassadors simply because we're sharing a message of prosperity around the world. We're sharing a message of empowerment around the world. Frequently, I get asked the question, what's the difference between One Voice Worldwide and all these other companies, all these other companies that are out there? What's the difference? The biggest difference is we're making a conscious effort to change people's lives, not just financially, not just giving them something to do, but really having an impact around the world as it relates to, global society and things of that nature. This is why we're ambassadors. And so we're going to hold ourselves to certain standards. We have a commitment level, not just to the people that we bring into the organization or the company, but we have a commitment level to each other. We have an unyielding desire to win. Our thing is to win and to win big. And interestingly enough, we're not just talking about doing this company, One Voice Worldwide, just for the sake of doing this company. We're talking about doing this company so that you can identify what it is that you ultimately want to do with your life and have the means, the resources, and the wherewithal to do it. See, when you think about it, if you're talking about getting into any type of, traditional business, if you're talking about any type of storefront or any type of entrepreneurship in the quote-unquote corporate world, you have to understand that there are some things that have to take place there that, you may not be privy to, whether that's information, whether that's resources, certainly not financial. Banks and lending institutions, they're not free with giving out money or loans anymore. Venture capitalists and angel investors, all of these type things have kind of disappeared over the past 10, 15 years. So what we're relegated to is self-financing, creating resources within ourselves, but also utilizing the talents and strengths of each other to build each other's organization, to build each other's company, but also to help empower you for whatever your purpose may be. And that's extremely important. One thing that we talk about, and we talked about this ad nauseum in our previous event, was the fact that, we're looking to help people control their lives. What does that mean? Obviously, you have to keep God first. That goes without saying. But also living authentically. What does an authentic lifestyle look to you? Be who you are. Be authentic. We're talking about, mentoring people. I think it's extremely important for us not to just gather information, but to share this information with other people around the world. Ironically enough, and I smile and chuckle every time I say this, but, I have been ordained Lord Sam Orr by some of the individuals, powers that be, throughout the European area. So why was that the case? Because they recognized that I had empowered people throughout England, and I am now Lord Sam Orr. And again, I chuckle with that. It is an honor, and I do accept that honor. But the fact of the matter is, all I have been doing in Europe and other parts of the world is doing what we all do right here, domestically, with our One Voice family, and that's position people to control their lives. What does that also mean? Living in peace and love, living a healthy lifestyle. Not understanding not just what you put in your mouth, but what you put in your mind. Living that healthy, quality lifestyle. Being able to get rid of debt, eliminating in debt, and increasing your income. All of these things are components to controlling your life. And that's truly what we want to do. That's what we've been positioning people to do. And I'm telling you guys, I want you to hear this if you don't hear anything else. We have now positioned ourselves as a company, as a family, to break the code of massive success around the world. You can believe it or not. You can participate or you can watch it. But trust me when I tell you, we have now positioned ourselves to do this. We have opened up. We are going to have some tremendous things on the ground in Mombasa, Kenya. I'm so excited about the leadership in that area. Ken and Emmanuel, these are the leaders that's helping expand in the commercial industry as it relates to our products. And with Dr. Kenya, we're super, super, super excited about that. Other parts of the world, we've already got licensed to do business in other parts of the world. We're excited about that. But here domestically in North America, let me just tell you something. I have a absolutely blockbuster announcement that I'm going to share with you guys. Not tonight, but I'm going to share. There's a blockbuster announcement that I'm going to share with you guys very, very soon. Most of you know that our next corporate event is going to be the weekend of July 14th, 15th, and 16th. That's going to be in Atlanta, July 14th, 15th, 16th. That's when I'm actually going to dig deep as it relates to this announcement. But I can't even wait until July to share this with you. Sometime before July, I'm going to share with you a blockbuster announcement. And when I tell you, it is absolutely going to be a game changer. You can believe me or not. It is absolutely going to be a game changer. It will separate us from anything else that's out there, period, bar none. I'm absolutely telling you, you can believe it or not, but it is what it is, and it is going to happen. The fact of the matter is, it is already in place. So all we have to do now is just wait on the clock. Take for the weekend of July the 14th. You can really get in tune with this blockbuster announcement, although I'm going to share with you for marketing and promoting purposes well before that July event. So I'm saying all that, guys, to say just get ready. Everything that we've been waiting for, systems and products and contracts and agreements and, everything that we've been really working for. It's so awesome how God works, because all of the time over the past 13 years that we've been pushing and building this company, all of that time, we thought that we were building a company. Little did we know until this very moment that we weren't building a company. We were just building the foundation of what the company is about to have. That's what we've been doing all of this time. We've been fooling ourselves, thinking we're out blowing and going and building a company. We've been underground. If you're talking about a plant growing or a tree growing or roses growing or whatever the case may be, we have been underground doing the work. Now all of that work is about to manifest itself in a way that I cannot even explain. All I can tell you is just get ready. Just get ready. I'm not convincing people. I'm not begging people. I'm just telling you to get ready. This will happen with or without anybody that's skeptical about what it is that we're doing. I think it's going to be so exciting for everybody that, friends, family, and relatives alike, they're going to be coming out of the woodworks to understand and see what we position ourselves. I should take it back, what God has positioned us to do moving forward. So I'm super excited about that. But this particular training, it is for new ambassadors. Those of you who have been in the business for a while, certainly I want you to just kind of, take that mindset of just starting anew, starting fresh, really positioning yourself as a new ambassador as well as we go into this training. Keeping in mind that when we're talking about, being a new ambassador, when we're talking about success, there are just some steps that I want to share with everybody in terms of what you need to do to build your business. By the way, if you come into this business, I know a lot of people have come into the business since the last Atlanta event. Several people are coming to the business this past week. Congratulations to you and welcome to the team. We're excited about that. We're excited about working with you. You should have already had a sit down with your enroller. That is the person who brought you into the business. They should have already gone over the interview with you. That's a part of your 90-day game plan. I'm telling you this, and you guys have to follow. You have to follow I'll call it a script, for lack of better words, in terms of this plan in order to achieve the success that we're talking about. See, when I got involved in ACN many years ago, it was a new company. They're a similar position to where we are right now. Relatively new company, ground floor, a lot of enthusiasm for the future. The founders of that company were talking about what they were going to do in the industry and how they were going to get 1/2 or 1/10 of 1% of the market share to still become a billion-dollar company, and all of these things that we were just crazy enough to buy into. The truth be told, we didn't buy into them. We bought into the fact that we could do something great, and that was to create, millionaires around the world. That's what we were able to do, right? And so that teaching, that experience has positioned us for what we're doing today. So the one thing, if I could give you some advice, is don't deviate from the system, because the system absolutely works. We just need to work it. The first thing is get enrolled, get involved in the business. The 2 starter positions, as you already know, customer rep and ambassador. Go ahead and get started as an ambassador. It's only $199. You have to be able to be willing to invest in yourself. With that, you're going to create your own personal store. Your enroller will show you how you can actually make money from your store and all these type of things. So we're excited about that. Get on your Autoship. I'm going to show you in a second the value of being on Autoship. The reason I'm going to focus on Autoship so much is because what I don't want you guys to do, and I want you to hear this clearly, I don't want you having to take money out of your pockets to qualify for a position. That's what we do not want. I truly want you to build a business. If you get you 5 serious customers and get those 5 serious customers on Autoship, for the most part, you should be qualified as it relates to your personal body. Just 5 people on Autoship. You have to do the due diligence in terms of building a business. This is not business. It is business, and we want to be able to treat it accordingly. So I'm going to show you how important Autoships are. Just one second. Building your belief in your knowledge. Your belief is one thing. The knowledge is something else. You can read the books. You can read the 90-day game plan. I have a training manual out there. We have a training map as well as the training manual. All these tools out here, you can read these things and increase your knowledge. But you have to really dig down to build belief. You have to really dig deep to build belief. And a lot of people, we talk about this, and people pray for intervention, and they want things to happen in their lives. And a lot of people understand the value of having faith in God, right? But here's the thing, a lot of people get confused. There's a difference between having faith and having trust. A lot of people have faith in God because they know that you're created to do whatever He has said He can do, right? But the trust comes into play. Where do you believe that it can happen for you? That's 2 different things. You know it can happen. You know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it can happen. But the fact of the matter is the trust comes into play. And even this word interchangeable, the belief comes into play. Where do you believe that those things for which you have seen and know to be true can happen for you? That's what trust and belief come into play. You have to understand that. Document your goals. I cannot reiterate enough how important it is to write out your goals. Right before this call, I'm kind of outlining some goals and some things that I need to do. And as soon as I get off this call, I'm going to start attacking my goals. You have to attack your lack. You have to attack your goals. If you don't attack your lack will attack you. So you have to go out. You have to be very aggressive in terms of changing your life and the lives of the people around you. Build a prospect list. This is just one of the tools to build a business. This is just like if you're going to build a house, you need a hammer. If you're going to build a customer acquisition business, you're going to need people or customers or a network of people. So actually, it's just a part of business. No big deal. You have to look at it like that, okay? Learn how to invite people. That goes back to the knowledge base. We want to teach you and train you how to do that. In fact, we even have some script that will help you verbatim in terms of how to invite people. Because we don't want people going door to door at malls and all this other kind of stuff. We don't want it to be like work. We want it to be fun. So as you just go through life, you just, hey, look, just casually invite people to take a look at what you're doing. That goes to number 7, sharing the opportunity. It's critical that you're in a position to share what it is that we're talking about. It goes back to one of those components of controlling your life. Mentoring. That's another word for sharing. You have to share this opportunity, okay? And be mindful. When I'm talking about sharing the opportunity, I'm not just talking about the X's and O's of a business. I'm talking about how can you control your life. Understanding the products and services, again, that's just knowledge. It doesn't duplicate this process for other people. All of these things are critical in terms of building a successful business. With my partner and I, a guy by the name of Montreal, he built a $50 million company within ACN. I built a $30 million company in that. We were doing about, I was doing about $3 million in volume. Now, this is gross volume per year. I'm sorry, per month. And, you calculate that out, it's 32 million, whatever it is per year. The point is, how can we position ourselves, young guys, just a couple of young black brothers from Atlanta, not having anything that resembled success prior to getting started in that company. As a matter of fact, my partner and I'm not, putting his business out there because he's well beyond this now, but, he was in a situation where he had to send his wife and kids from Atlanta to Dallas to live with his mother while he moved in and we shared an apartment and built a dream, build a company, build a business. Think about that for a second. We were both in our early 20s. I was still completing my education. And we're talking about building multi-million-dollar businesses. How dare we? But guess what, guys? Because we had that belief and trust that I just talked about. We were able to do that. You have to have the same type of mindset when you want to treat this business like a multi-million-dollar opportunity that it is. You have to commit to doing it. Look, what we are not is a social and savings club. What we are not is just something to do. It's disrespectful to me as the founder of this company for somebody to come in and just play with it just like it's just something else to do. Oh, no. It's not just something else to do. This is something that regardless of where you see or what you think we're going, and I'll keep saying it again, it will impact lives around the world. So you have to treat it like that. Commit to working your business every day. Remember, the key to that is your business. This is your business. You have to become the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. This is your business. You're building a company within a company. And that's going to be important for you in terms of your commitment level, because when things get tough and things get hard and all this other kind of stuff, you're not getting on this webinar for Sam Orr. You're not getting on this webinar for Darcy Mercadale, Crown Ambassador, or Stanley Doucette, Crown Ambassador. You're not getting on this webinar for us. You're getting on this webinar for yourself. You have to make that commitment to yourself. And once you do that, it becomes a breeze to do something towards your business every single day. Now, when you sit down with your enrollers, they're going to share with you. They're going to go through this 90-day game plan. It's a step-by-step process. So they're going to show you how to get your rep ID number, your password. Once you enroll into the business, you'll all get an email that'll have all your credentials in terms of logging into your personal store, and then once your enroller should show you how to maximize your store. If you go to onevoicereps.com/your name, you're going to go to your personal store. We're going to show you how to maximize that. We're going to show you how to connect that to your social media. Okay, very important. So make sure you sit down with your enroller and make sure that he or she takes you through the process of educating yourself on the business. Also getting your debit card. Everybody should get their One Voice branded debit card because that's how you're going to get paid. Okay? It's only $9.99 a year, something like that. We don't get the money. We sit at the MasterCard. That's the fee for the card. And just, $10, go ahead and get your card. That's where all your commissions, your bonus, profit sharing, promotions, all of that stuff will be on your debit card. Now, I'll talk to you about Autoship. Basically, all Autoship is having your customers automatically receiving their products every single month. You don't have to keep going back to them. Similar to what you've done, let's say, with your cable service or your telephone service. They may have the installers may have come to your house once, connected your cable or your internet, and you're paying your cable or your internet bill every single month, but you haven't seen them again. You're building your business a very similar fashion with Autoship. Okay? The people who are most successful in One Voice are the people who have actually built through Autoship. Interestingly enough, you guys that have been in the business for a while, you've heard me say this, probably countless times, how I built a $30 million business within my previous company, right? And, I just kind of broke the numbers down. I think we were doing somewhere around $3 million, over $3 million in gross volume per month, which is how I come up to that figure. But the fact of the matter is, most of that volume was on what we would consider Autoship, because when you're talking about, at the time, long distance services, those people were paying their bills every single month. Every single month. And as they continue to pay their bills, they weren't just dropping off and quitting and playing with it. They were paying their phone bills every single month. And our volume bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger because of auto ships or residual income or the fact that MRCs, monthly recurring charges, whatever you want to call it, that's how you're going to get wealthy in this country. By building through that residual income, by building through that monthly income where you flip a switch and these customers pay every single month. It's so interesting that when we started One Voice in 2004, December of 2004, we launched in July of 2005. We started out marketing VoIP services, VoIP phone services. We had a lot of people sign up. As a matter of fact, our first week, we had about 900 customers. It was incredible. But here's something that's interesting. Till this day, we still have VoIP customers on the books. To this day, and that was July of 2005. To this day, we still have VoIP customers. Now, of course, a lot of people, they don't use home phone services anymore, but for whatever reason, and my aunt is one of them, for whatever reason, they still have these VoIP services. Think about building your business through residuals or through auto ships. Or we talk about making money while you sleep. Every morning when I wake up, the very first thing I do is look at my phone. You know why? Because customers have enrolled overnight. People have joined the business, through the merchant account. They have made deposits, all kinds of stuff. So I'll just sit there first thing in the morning, just going through all of these, because I'll get a text alert and an email alert every time anything happens in the business. So I'm just reading all this stuff before I even start my day, right? That's what you want to do in terms of building your business, okay? It says here in 5 points, it should say $100 in personal volume. Basically, what you're doing as a part of your qualification and your auto ship, you want to build to $100 in personal volume, okay? You want to build to $100 in personal volume. Give me one quick second while I make sure that this is as it should be. All right, 1 second. All right. Okay, here we go. So back to your screen. If you're looking at that second bullet point, auto ship, you need enough auto ship to use and satisfy your $100 in personal volume. Now, when I talk about use, and I just said I didn't want people actually going out buying products to hit qualification, but I do want people to utilize the products. Absolutely want to use the products because they're great products. If you're going to consume them, hey, look, that's no problem. Whether it's our set-top box, if you want to save all that money on your cable and your internet and all this other kind of stuff, great, use the product. Whether it's any of our black seed products, whether it's the nail enhancement, whether it's the blood pressure support, any of the products that we have, the multivitamins, any of them, right? Use the products. You'll be amazed how quickly you'll get over that 100 personal volume threshold and keep going. You want to get $500, $600, $700 in personal volume. Why? Because the more your personal volume, the more that duplicates through your organization, the more money you're going to make. Okay? It also makes sure that you're continuously qualified once you're on Autoship. So make sure when you're sitting down with your enroller, they share with you very succinctly why it's important to get on Autoship and also to teach your other business partners to get on Autoship as well. Let me just give you a theoretical example as to how Autoship can actually build. First of all, just to recap, everybody knows that the 5-level payout, not including yourself, you're going to get 20% on your personal volume, right? But you also get and by the way, that's the binary volume. I'm not going to get into all the technical terms, but you get 20% on what you do. But here's 5 levels of pay that you earn on the production of other people. This is important because it goes back to what I was just saying about Autoship and not having to, you put out a lot of money. You truly want to build a business, build a company, just like any other company. If it's a shoe store, if it's a grocery store, if it's a restaurant, all of those companies are built by having a network of customers. Your business is no different. You need a network of customers. But here's the beautiful thing about what it is that we do. Fact of the matter is, yeah, you can get paid as a restaurant owner or shoe store owner or grocery store owner, but there's no residual overrides. What do I mean? That means if someone comes into your business that's on your level 1 here, you're going to get 20% of what they're doing. They bring in someone, which is your second level, you're going to get 10% of what they're doing. It keeps going down all the way to the 5th level of 15%. Guys, you don't even know. You don't even know these people. But you're going to receive a residual deposit on your debit card every single month from what they do, right? That's very important. That's very important to understand. That's how you're going to get wealthy, incorporating efforts of other people. And keep in mind that what we are is a customer acquisition company. So all of this production, all of this income is being generated because they're customers who are being acquired. But who's going to acquire those customers? Well, people. Okay? People are going to acquire those customers through Autoship. Let's assume you have your $100 in personal value. Okay? Now let me show you how these people in your network start to build your income. So you have your $100 in personal value. Now imagine just you bringing in your 5 superstars. We're talking about just starting out, your first 30 days in the business. Get your 5 superstars because, one, that's going to get you to Silver Ambassador. It's going to take you to that next position. You can't buy your way into it. It'll help you get to that position. You get those 5 superstars, but also it starts that process of building your network of people and building your network of customers, which is critical when you're talking about business 101. Okay? So you've got your 5 superstars. You've done that. You've hit Silver Ambassador. You're qualified. They're qualified. You're Silver Ambassador. But guess what? The next thing that's going to happen is not even talking about what you're doing. Those 5 people, they're going to go out and get their 5 superstars. Why? Because they're not working for you. They're working for themselves. They want to get to Silver Ambassador. They want to get to Gold Ambassador. They want to get all the way up to Crown Ambassador. So they're going to go out and start building that business. But if 5 people that you brought in bring in 5 people, on that second level, you're going to have 25 people. Total, you have 30 people in your organization, and you only brought in 5. People ask me all the time because they hear the stories. You know, they understand that I had 50,000 people. 50,000 people in my previous organization, right? My previous company. But they say, how were you able to get 50,000 people? God, I wish I had the skills to get 50,000 people. The fact of the matter is I only got 29 people in 10 years. 29 people I brought into business in 10 years. But I'm going to tell you why or how those 29 people turned to 50,000. You're looking at it. Strangely enough, this is the exact same system that I shared with my 29 people over a 10-year span that built to 50,000 people, that gross $3 million a month, that built a $30 million company. That's what it's all about, that process of duplication. I didn't even bring in 30 people. You're looking at your screen now, there's 30 people in your organization. You didn't bring in 30 people, you brought in 5. But let me show you, you take it another step. If those 25 people just got 5, that third level, you have 125 people. 120, now you have 155 people in your organization, but you only brought in 5. 155 people working towards your financial interests. You did the work to get 5. You take it another step. Those 125 get 5. You see what's happening, right? On the 4th level, you have 625 people. On the 5th level, you have 3,125 people. You're talking about 4,000 people in your organization, and you only brought in 5. Can you now see how I had 50,000 people in my organization and only brought in 29 people in 10 years? That's why. That's why. The other thing is I had a conflicting philosophy with my previous company where, you know, they talked about building wide. I'm like, how? You know, I just don't understand that. Logic tells me, and my mentor always told me that I'm a logical being. It seems like there's strength in a foundation. There's strength in depth. So I'm like, contrary to what y'all do, y'all talk about building wide. Okay, go ahead. Y'all do that. I'm going to be deep. That's how I got to 50,000 deep. That's how I built a $30 million company. Share with you the exact same thing. None of this is rocket science, right? So what does that look like financially? Well, if those 5 people, again, they just got their $100 in personal value because they need that to qualify. You're getting 20% on that level. You're making $100. $100 a month. Residual. Now, that's not a lot of money. $100 a month, you'll cover something. Maybe gas for your car, right? $25 a week. $100 a month. Just from those 5 people. But guess what? Again, those 5 brought in 5. So on that second level, you're making $250 a month. Making $250 a month. So right there, you're already at $350. You take it one more step, just 3 levels, guys. You have $1,250 that's on your third level. So you just adding up those 3 levels. You're somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,600 a month. You didn't do anything else. Let me ask you a question. Can $1,600 a month help anybody? That's what we're talking about. Okay? I see a question. Let me grab that real quick. Oh, that's not a question. Somebody raised their hand. Just double check to make sure. Okay, yeah, it's not a question. Somebody just raised their hand. All right, so if you take that one more step, level 4, you're talking about $6,250. Now, again, I don't want you guys to get scared with these numbers. You're looking at the 5th level, 3,100 people, and you're getting 15%. You're talking about $46,000 plus. I don't want to get people scared when they look at this. 5 people who get 5 people. This is the simplicity of it, right? Don't look at the 3,100 people that's on your 5th level. Don't look at that. Because you'll get intimidated thinking you got to get 3,100 people. I couldn't look at 50,000 people in my organization. That was actually, look, there's some arenas in sports that don't hold 50,000 people. As a matter of fact, one of my goals, I didn't accomplish this goal, but one of my goals was to actually have a team meeting, my own organization, in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, 70,000 people. That was one of my goals. I didn't accomplish it in my previous company, but I will get that done. Trust and believe. That was my goal, to fill up the Georgia Dome in Atlanta with just nothing but people on my team. I was 50,000 deep. But don't think about the 50,000 for me. Don't think about the 3,125 that's on your 5th level. Think about your 5. If you're looking at your screen, your 5 got 5. Again, that's what it's 25 on your 2nd level, 125 on your 3rd level, 625 on your 4th, to 3,125. Everybody getting their $100 in personal volume. Your monthly income is somewhere in the neighborhood of $54,000 per month. Now, 2 things about this figure, a couple things about this figure. One is this is just a theoretical example. We know it's not going to happen exactly like this. Some people are going to do more. Some people are going to do less. Some people won't do anything. You've heard me say that 1,000 times, and I'll keep saying it because it's true. Right? Some people are not going to do anything, but you're going to have some people who make this happen. But interestingly enough, if that scenario held true, where everybody got 5 people through 5 levels, everybody got their $100 in personal volume, yeah, people may lie, but numbers don't. That's what you'll be earning, somewhere in the neighborhood of $4,000 per month. But I always like to tell people, you know, what if you messed this up by 90% and just got that example 10% right? You're still earning $5,400 a month. That's what made it real for me. You know, that's what made it real for me, because when I saw this, an example similar to this in my previous company, and the first RVP in that company, a guy by the name of Tom Wheaton, and he did this example, and I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting with a business partner, and we just crossed, not even knowing what was what. And this guy got down to a figure similar to this, and it was like $14,000 a month. I'm saying, this guy lying. There's no way you could bring in, I don't even remember how the example went, but there's no way you could do that and get $14,000 a month. There's just no way. I didn't know anybody making $14,000 a month. I didn't know anybody who knew somebody making $14,000. It just wasn't real for me. But here's when it became real. When he said the same thing to us that I just said to you. What if you messed this up by 90%? Matter of fact, he asked a question. He said, how many of you ever got a 10 on a test before? A couple of people raised their hand, right? He said, if you got a 10 on this test, you'll be making $1,400 a month. That's when it became real to me. I'm like, you know what? I can do that. I can do that. 3 years later, I had tripled that number per month. No. Not that number. 3 years later, this number you're seeing on your screen, I had tripled that number per month. So what I'm saying to you is this. Whether you talk about making $1,400 a month, $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $50,000 a month, 6 figures a month, it doesn't matter. It's all based on how you build your company within this company. They're all possible. It's just a matter of how do you want to build. Are you committed to the long-term success of the business? If so, it's absolutely a possibility. The first thing you're going to need to do, though, and I'll keep saying it again, sit down with your enroller, make sure they take you through that 90-day game plan, and make sure you get a copy of the 90-day game plan. We have it in PDF form, you get the paper copy, whatever. You absolutely need that. There are a couple of interviews in there. There's a commitment form in there. You have to follow these things. Guys, look, let me tell you something. And I ain't trying to be bigger than. I ain't trying to act like I'm all that. I ain't trying to pat myself on the back. I ain't trying to act like I'm better than nobody, because I'm not. But here's the thing. If you don't do that, don't talk to me about this business, because it ain't going to work. It's not going to work. You can't not do this game plan and then come ask me how to build a business. If you haven't done that, don't talk to me. Lose my number, because it's not going to work. And I'm not saying that to be facetious or to be a JA. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying this is what's going to work. And if you're not committed to doing this, it's just a very simple document. I think it's only like 28 pages or something like that, right? If you're not committed to doing that, there's no need for us to have a conversation, because it's not going to work. It's very simple. I took the time over about a 6-month period to write this thing out, script it out, every single word, every single aspect of what it's going to take for you to build a successful business. All you got to do is follow that. Do some of the tools that's going to continue to empower you in terms of, what makes the great. Your first year in network marketing, T.D. Jakes' instinct, and, message to a black man. Just all of these things that are empowerment, not just to you as a personal development tool, but also in terms of economics, also in terms of mindset, also in terms of subconscious, superconscious energy, conscious energy. All of these things are important. You have to build a better you, and you start by mastering that 90-day game plan, because it's going to force you to be great. It's going to force you to be great. There's a guy that came into business, about a year or so ago, and, he was already going and, just talking about, just watching him be great. Right now, I'm watching him sit his ass on the sideline and do nothing. It don't take no effort to be sorry, but it takes all kind of effort to be great. Don't talk about it, be about it. Let's go get this thing done. Build belief in your team by getting them into this training, by listening to these tools and personal development things. One of my friends sent me a book. It's called Dream Chaser. Just out of the blue. Very powerful tool. Start pouring into yourself. Take the time to invest in yourself. This 90-day game plan is just that. It is a roadmap and a game plan to what you need to do to be successful. Document your goals. Write those things down. We've been having vision parties. They sound corny, but they're very important. What does that mean? Vision party is just, a group of people get together, bring your poster board, bring you a couple of magazines, and just start cutting out things and writing things on your vision board that will be your reality. Not that you want to be, but will be your reality. Because I think if you put it there, in fact, I know if you put it there and you go through and do your due diligence, that everything you write down, everything you put on your vision board, whether it's a 30-day, 60-day, 90-day game plan, whether it's a 5-year, 10-year game plan, all of those things are going to be critical Okay, all of those things are going to be critical in terms of your long-term success. So go ahead and do it. Make that vision board. Sounds corny? Go ahead and do it. You know, make a party out of it. Get you some pizza. Get you some Kool-Aid. And make a party out of it. But that's what these other things is going to make you become great. Okay? Create that prospect list. We talked about this earlier. Look, and this is in the 90-day game plan, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. But, you know, as I said earlier, any business that's going to succeed, they're going to need customers. So if you're going to need customers, right, then start building your customer from your customer list. Matter of fact, I think I need to change that to the word from, you know, create a prospect list to a customer list, because, you know, you're building a network of customers. And these customers is what's going to get you paid long term. Some of you guys know that I either own or have equity in 6 different companies. And all of this stuff started from these very same conversations, because then it allowed me to, you know, to invest in this, to you know, invest in that, or to take a look at this, to, you know, got things going on in Africa and got things going on in Europe. And, you know, did you know they gave me my own territory when they ordained me as Lord to Huron Manor? They gave me my own territory in the south of it. Little old me from Madison Park, Alabama, dirt roads, full of roads. They gonna tell me I got a territory in Southeast England. It all came about from taking the time to be corny, but to be coachable and do the things that I needed to do to become great. Don't talk about it, be about it, right? Go through that 90-day game plan. Go through that 90-day game plan, and it's going to show you how to build that prospect list, that customer list. Invite people. It's going to show you how to invite people. You know, we talk about your elevator pitch. Learn that elevator pitch. What's an elevator pitch? Just a 45-second spiel about what we're doing. Here's an example. I'm going to break it down to you verbatim, and then I'm going to go back and show you what you literally can say. First of all, you're going to relate to whoever you're talking to. Imagine getting on an elevator. You're going up X number of flights of floors. You know, quick introduction, or even if you're not on an elevator, you know, just standing there talking to somebody, grocery store, post office, doesn't matter. What industry are we in? Well, we're in the industry of health and wellness, which combine over $1 trillion. The company and the products. The name of our company is One Voice Worldwide, and what we are, we're a customer acquisition company. The marketing plan. Because we don't spend a lot of money in traditional marketing, we're able to offer savings to the public. For everyone you help save money or make money, you can earn a percentage every month. And for everyone that wants to join, you can earn weekly customer bonuses on them as well. Training. We have a training system where experts will teach you 100% of what it takes to become successful in our company. Closing out. Does this sound like something that may interest you? Now, this is just a guide. Please don't try to say this, you know, just word for word, because it's corny. You don't, you know, I wrote it and I don't say it word for word. That sounds corny. But it's a roadmap to what you're supposed to say. And put it in your own vernacular. Say it the way you speak. Talk the way you know, because you don't want to sound phony. You want it to sound natural. So let's take a look at it again. And again, assume you've already introduced yourself, relating. You have related to the person. Hey, look, what do? We're in the health and wellness industry, and you already know it's over $1 trillion. Name of our company is One Voice Worldwide, and simply we just acquire customers. Okay, but what happens is, because we don't spend a lot of money in traditional type of marketing like TV and radio ads and things of that nature, we're able to pass those savings on to the public. Not only can we save the customers money, but we can also help people make money on customers being acquired by a company. But the simple thing is, we don't just give you something to say, go get them. We'll show you how to get this done, step by step, word for word. We'll show you 100%. Does it sound like something that you may be interested in? So that's an elevator pitch, 45 seconds, very succinct, very direct, but very, you know, just make sure you cover these components of the presentation, all right? That's what that elevator pitch is all about. And then after that, the next thing the 90-day plan talks about is just sharing the opportunity. We'll be closing out in the next few minutes, but sharing the opportunity, whether that's attending meetings. I want everybody to start soon. You have a chance to get registered for the July event. Most of you know I'll be throughout Europe and the Middle East in June, but as soon as I get back, I'm going to be in the Middle East, Africa, and Europe over that month of June. But as soon as I get back, we're going to get ready to go real heavy with this event, July the 14th. But we're going to start registering for that event very soon. So attend your training. Get prepared for that event. That event is going to change people's lives. The format that we had this last event is not going to be the same format. You know, I'll give all of you details later, but just attend these events. Share this opportunity, whether it's on one-on-one or home meetings or whatever. Look, you guys have such an advantage. You can take an iPad. You can take a laptop. You can take, you know, any of these devices and all this stuff that you have. You can do it on your phone, on your watch phone, right? And share the opportunity. Look, they gave us a whiteboard and 3 markers and you know, told us to build $1 million empire. Guess what? We just crazy enough to do it with a whiteboard and 3 markers, a blue, a black, and a green. You got all this technology and emails and social media and PowerPoints and, I mean, just gobs and gobs and gobs of ways to help you become successful. Use them. Share it. Share the opportunity. Okay? Do a webinar party. You know, you guys, think about this. I see the list of people who are on. We got people, you know, just looking at this list here, just guessing off the top of my head. It's probably 14 of the 50 states that's represented on this particular webinar. Somebody on this call needs to get smart and say, you know what? Why not just build a national company right now? Look, you guys can sit your butt right at your house. You can put on your, you know, your One Voice golf shirt and sit in your drawers behind your desk and build $1 million business doing webinars and presentations. You can absolutely do that. You just got to take the initiative to do it. You got to take, you know how we had to build a national organization? There used to be a company called Kinko. Some of you probably remember it's FedEx now, FedEx Kinko. And they used to have a video conferencing center in all of the bigger Kinkos. So what we would have to do in each city, they would have to pay $200 or $300, and on a Saturday morning, they would go to the Kinko, and we would put 20 or 30 people in the Kinkos in the video conferencing room, and I would try to get as many groups in as many cities or states as I possibly could. Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, go to your local Kinko and get into the video conferencing room, and then I would come to the video conferencing room in Atlanta. And I would do a presentation. That thing cost about $300 for me to stand there at Kinko's and do a video conference. But think about this. My whole goal was, and let's do simple numbers just for the sake of this example. Wonder if I had 10 people in 30 different cities around the country in these Kinko's. Just 10 people. Guys, I was presenting myself, my team, to 300 people every single Saturday. And some of y'all get up every Saturday morning and tell me I got to wash my clothes and sweep my floor. Build your doggone business so you can hire somebody to do that. Don't be crazy. Don't fall into the trap. Build your business so you can hire somebody to wash your clothes and sweep your floor, and you don't have to worry about Saturday morning. I ain't got time to come out to a meeting because I got this whole day. I got to clean my clothes. Let somebody else clean your clothes. You go out and build your business. You become the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. I'm not telling you anything different than I did. I didn't have $300 every week to sit up in Kinko's in the beginning to do this webinar, but I know I needed to get in front of 300 people a week. You guys got these tools now for free. You can go to freeconference.com, get a free conference call number, a free webinar, sit in your house, and present this thing to people in all 50 countries. It don't cost you nothing but 30 minutes of your time. But you know what you want to do? You want to watch Scandal. You want to sit here and see what Donald Trump doing, the son of Lucifer, see what he's doing today, what kind of idiocy he's done today. That's all you're doing. You got to start focusing in on what you need to do to build your business. If you look at that that 6th bullet point, it says market your business. Market your business. If you have Facebook doing all these other things, being in everybody else's business, being nosy and telling everybody everything you're doing, I'm going to eat, I'm going to the bathroom, I'm going to do all of this. If you in this kind of time to do all of that, market your own business. In that same 90-day game plan, I give you a system of how to market your business through social media. So instead of telling everybody I'm about to go eat a salad, Market your business. Instead of telling everybody, oh, woe is me, and sending all these scripts and all this other kind of stuff, all that's great. It ain't making you no money. How many quotes have you posted that made you some money? None. Market your business. Do presentations for your downline and teach them what they need to do. That's how you're going to be successful. That's how you're going to change the script. Understanding your tools. Well, all you have to do with that is, again, get on that 90-day game plan. And with that 90-day game plan, it's going to share with you, with that 90-day game plan, it's going to share with you what you need to do in terms of your back office and all these other things. And then so you just start duplicating the same process. Keep adding people to your prospect list. Keep affecting your invitation. Keep sharing with people. Keep teaching your team to do what you do. Assuming you're doing the right thing, right? That's going to be critical. Last thing, and I like to share this with people all the time because it's important. I'd like you to ask me a question. Yes, somebody said it was a freeconference.com. Yes, freeconference.com. There's one called freeconferencecall.com, freeconference.com. You can get your free phone number, your free conference call number, free webinar, all that stuff for free. And it is professional, it's very reliable. A lot of big businesses use that as well. So it's not, don't get fooled by the name free. It is very, very good too. All right. So as I close out, I'd like to talk about this because this is a mindset thing right here, this quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki talks about this cash flow quadrant. And this is what everybody needs to really, really understand. All people are a part of a quadrant. If you're looking at your screen in the upper left-hand corner, it says employee. What does that mean? That means you have a job. You have a job. You have a job, right? What you're doing with that job is trading time for money. That's what employees do. They trade time for money, okay? The second part of that quadrant on the lower left is self-employed. That means you own a job. And a lot of people get this confused with a business, but this is not a business. You own a job. Whether you're a doctor or attorney or accountant and all of these things, you know, they kind of gas us up to think that, you know, just because I got a title, doctor, lawyer, and accountant and all this other kind of stuff, I'm a business owner. No, you're not a business owner. You're self-employed. You own a job. You know how I know? Doctor, if you don't see any patients, do you get paid? Attorney, if you don't see any clients, do you get paid? Accountant, if you don't have anybody to account, do you get paid? So no, you're not. You don't have a business. You own a job. I was in the same situation, so I'm telling you, you own a job. So what does that mean? Again, you're still trading time for money. What you want to do is be on the right side of that quadrant. Again, get the book from Robert Kiyosaki. I'm not promoting the book, but I'm promoting the knowledge. Cash flow quadrant, the right side of the quadrant, the upper right-hand corner, business owners. What does that mean? That means you own a system. That's where you are with One Voice. You own a system, okay? You own a system. And we're going to show you how to use OPT, other people's time. You're trading other people's time. Remember, you're building that network. Other people's time for money. That's what we're doing. Okay, and then the fourth part of that quadrant is to become an investor. That means you own investment. That means you take your money to make more money. Now, I've said this and I keep saying it. You know, One Voice is not the end; it's a means to an end. That means you're trading time for money. You're building your people. You're building an organization. You're making money. Now you can take that money and do what you want to do and make more money. That's what that's all about, right? 97% of the population is on the left side of the quadrant, being either an employee or self-employed. That means they share only 3% of the wealth. Employees and self-employed individuals only share 3% of the wealth. You're on the right side of that quadrant. That's where 3% of the population, that's where the 3% of us live, right? We own 97% of the wealth. Guess what, guys? You want to be on the right side of that quadrant. Period, point blank, no questions about it. You want to be on the right side of that quadrant. If you're not on the right side of the quadrant, you're on the wrong side of success. I'm just telling you. Okay? So that's what you want to build. That's what you want to do. That's your mission, to get to the right side of that quadrant. That is to be a business owner. That is to be an investor. And as I said, One Voice is actually the B in the quadrant. That means it's designed to expand quickly. That means theoretically it's unlimited. Theoretically it is unlimited. okay? You want to be on the right side of that quadrant. That's what One Voice is. One Voice continues to grow after you stop working. Why? Because it is a residual-based business. You want to build this company within a company. Now, which quadrant are your friends in? 97% are in the E&S. That's what 97% of your friends are. They're in the E&S, employee or self-employed. You know, changing quadrants involves more than just a change of mind. You actually have to change your core values, who you are. And I don't mean change your authentic values. I mean change your core values. What does that mean? That means, you know, you may need a little less sleep. That means you may need a little less TV, a little less social in social media, and a little more business in social media. That's what I mean when I'm talking about changing some of your core values, okay? So why is network marketing so hard to explain to people? Because they live in that comfort zone, which is the E&S. That's why. Very few people even know business owners or even understand the framework to become successful by having understanding investment. That's why it's so important for us to teach the empowerment of control. That's why it's so important. Now, we're going to show you, I'm not going to get into this tonight, but we're going to show you how you absolutely need to be a gold ambassador at the very least within your first 90 days in the business, on your way to royal and crown ambassador, the two top positions in the company. Getting this car lease around, getting expensive around, building a successful team. These are some fundamental keys to becoming massively successful. You need to understand how to get those things done. How are you going to make it happen? Get with the person that enrolled you into this business. If you've been in the business for a while, get back into the trenches. Start over. I don't care how many times you have to start over. Start over till you get it right. You keep doing what you need to do until you get it right. Use all of those failed experiences as not failed experiences, but ways to eliminate what won't work on your way to massive success. You can't change the past. You can only action today to change the future. So what you do today is going to determine what you do in the future. You can't change the past. There's nothing you can do about the past as much as you want to. A year ago today, my mom passed, May 21st. All right, a year ago today. As much as I just want to crawl into a hole each and every day over the last 365 days and just do nothing but wait until the time I could see her again, I couldn't. There's nothing you could do in the past that's going to change the future. You need to action today so your tomorrow will be better than your yesterday. That's what you have to do. Enroll people with skills that you don't have. I tell people all the time, I know what I know, and I'm very, very good with what I know. But there's so much that I don't know. There's so much that I don't know. So I try to surround myself with people that know what I don't. Okay? You need to own your business. Own your business. That means you control what's going on. You must be capable of doing the presentation, doing the training, doing the things that's going to help you build your business. You are a teacher, providing your team with belief and knowledge and skills that's going to help not only them, but to help the entire family of One Voice and help you build your company within a company. Last but not least, never give up and always keep God first, because no matter what I say, all of this stuff I talked about for the last hour, hey, look, time's going to still get hard. Things are going to get very, very difficult. You know, when they do, you have to rely on something that's stronger and greater than you, and that is your Creator. You have to do that. We all had to do it. There have been so many times that I just want to throw up my hands and quit, but I couldn't, because I have an obligation to each and every person that signed on the dotted line with One Voice Worldwide. I have an obligation. God gave you a gift of life. So what you do with that life is your gift back to God. You have an obligation. You can't quit. You can't give up. You can't be passive about your future. God gave you that gift of life. You cannot be so shallow as to give him garbage. So we got to step up. We got to be great. We have to be making things change right here and right now. All right, so that concludes my presentation. Let me just check the questions, and then we'll get off the call. This question says, when is the best time to do the 90-day plan with the new ambassador? Also, should we go through the whole 90-day plan at one sitting, or just go through the interview? All right, the best time is the fastest time you can sit down with that person. It says it in there, but, you know, certainly within the first 48 hours. Because remember, we're paying you to help the person you bring in become successful. You don't want to wait. You know, a lot of times when people come into a business like this, they're fired up on a Saturday. They're on an emotional high. Okay, they're motivated. They're fired up. By the time you start calling them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, they ain't even taking your call. That emotion has turned to logic. Somebody has stolen their dreams and talked to them. And, you know, all the society stuff and beating them up and all this other kind of stuff. So 4 or 5 days later, you can't even get in contact with them. You need to capture them. And I mean this in a positive way, to capture them within the first 48 hours while they still have the enthusiasm to succeed at the highest level. Okay? Let's see if I have another question. They say, are there any products we should encourage new reps to focus on promoting the Autoship? There's nothing specific. You just want to find out what's the best fit for your potential customer. Because again, we're really trying to service these customers. We're not, you know, just trying to sell them a product to qualify. You want to find out what they, you know, if they have blood pressure issues, which a lot of us do. You know, talk to them about the e-press, show them the value of e-press, and see if that works for them. If they're trying to lose weight, the Melt-A-Way is a weight loss product. So find something that's pretty much going to benefit them and utilize that as their Autoship. All right. So I don't see any other questions, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the call. I'm about 3 minutes over. You know, I don't like going over on my meetings. So, hey, look, I appreciate everybody getting on this call. Remember, this Wednesday night, Crown Ambassador, Stanley Doucette. He's actually going to be doing an overview of the presentation for about 30 minutes, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 7 o'clock Central. Get your people on the call. This is going to be your first test to see if all that I said over the last hour made sense. This is going to be your first test. Challenge yourself to get some people on this call Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with Stanley Doucette. The information is on the events calendar at onevoiceworldwide.com. I want to say thank you so much. No, thank you. I appreciate. I'm passionate about what I do because I appreciate all of you, and you know, you are why I do what I do. So thank you. And so we'll be on the call Wednesday night. That'll conclude the presentation for tonight. God bless you guys and have a good evening.